To me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Let's make these 56. Let's make these babies cry right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Taken in at the 11. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Rolling to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Diggs going in motion right. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, it's Edwards. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 31 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Last week in that wild card win, only one catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, it's Edwards.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. On the move past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cook up the gut. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Allen. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got some space here.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 27, Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
David Ojabo
Buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. It's complete to Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down.
Check, he's coming.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On play action, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from 19 yards away, as his guys have now moved out in front. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
226 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run here with Edwards. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. The slot man in motion right. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Allen off the play fake. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Allen. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 247 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Allen now looks to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. His throw incomplete. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.